Hello guys and welcome to another one. This one is going to be about the in dungeon items that we'll be looking for during this RiftFall event. So first of all, to access the new NPCs or the new monsters actually in the RiftFall event, you'll need to speak to Clarent, and obviously you're going to turn on your NPC filter, and you should already know how to do that. So you are going to get this quest, and it's going to be asking you for the fragments, and I'm going to show you where you get those fragments. Soldier. Oh shoot. Actually, I might have to switch over my account because my baby has not seen them. But this is one of them. This is a tier 8 mob. And you go normal mode because this isn't a boss. And this is in the normal dungeon. Not seen anywhere else. And this is the thing. So we want 10 of these to complete the first quest. And you just farm dungeons from there to get the other items that you need to complete the quest. So I'm not going to go through every quest. You guys should be able to do that on your own, but now you know how to start it and you just follow the instructions that the game gives you from there. Now I will talk about the items of interest. I know that diamonds. So this is one of the tier 10 raids and one of the ones that we'll be focusing on. It has something really interesting for Ultima builds especially. It has something for realms, the Arisen Shade Blades and the Achilles Razor. I have them both. I guess I should show you guys them. But I really like all of them, honestly. And I haven't really found a use for them because I don't play the class. So 15, 30, 44, okay, so basically a little bit under 100. So this one is 199, so you can see that it does not have much attack, much innate attack, but it should be something that does additional damage for each time you crit in a row. And as you know, you can do a 100% crit build. Granted, there are better weapons than this one. This is a two-hander, so you won't be able to use a shield or another good weapon that might have a buff that you want. So if you don't have a best in slot like the Emir's Brilliant Feathers, maybe you could try this out. It's not the worst. It has a bit of ward, so it's decent, and it even has I think the mana is actually from the adornments, yeah. And it causes bleeding. So let's look for the razor now. I like the razor. I like the razor a lot. So I had these from the last event. This one is a one-hander. This one has almost 1500 attack as a one-hander. So you know that it is pretty decent, and it has a quadrillion motherfucking. How much is this, bro? Can I even count this high? It has a fucking trillion fucking adornment slots. So it's something that is very interesting, especially if you have no other options. Even with options, I find this one very interesting. I really like this one. And if something like Ultima Strikes or something comes out, this one is going to be even more interesting. So you're going to want to have something like this in your back pocket. So that's one of the important things that I think I would recommend you guys look for in this. Whoa, man. Damn, I'll be playing some tunes. Why? It's going to distract me. And then let me show you the adornment. And we call this one the Ultima. Well, I call this one the Ultima adornment. I don't know what people call it. And this one is good in any quality for mages, but this one, if we get Ultima Strikes, will be good in better qualities for melee champions, because you can see that it has an attack stat that scales with the quality of the item. So yeah, and it is the ultimate adornment because it gives light and dark damage, and if you know how ultimate works, you know that it gets its damage from all 8 elements. And I don't think I need to go further. If you want to learn more about Ultima, I have an Ultima video. Let us move on to the other mob. So now we got the Shade of Sharon, and this one has an interesting thing that people really like, especially for Endless, this grimoire. So this grimoire is going to help you as a grand summoner a lot. It helps you to buff your summons. Unfortunately, I do not have one, so I'm not able to show you guys, but I will. Oh my, I should have done a few dungeons before, and got one. I actually too could do a bit of alting with my baby account, but you guys can just look it up. You can just look it up on the Orna website, or if you are in servers with the RAR bot, that really good bot, you can look it up too. So the Soul of Sharon, to be honest guys, I have no clue what that thing does, so I'm pretty sure it's trash, but because I'm not sure, I have to look what it does. So it slightly increases the power of your summons. Okay, so it's actually not trash, because if you're going to use the grimoire and you're going to be strengthening your summons, and you have this to also increase the power of your summons, then that is actually very powerful, especially if you have stuff that have a lot of adornment slots, like something like the Kalandanda. So yeah, I do have the staff though, so let me look at that one. I think anyway, I'm gonna double check. What was it called, Sharon? Is it? I'm wondering if this is from a boss, or if this is the real one, or this is the other. But this one gives you summoner stats too, 30%. So it's not a bad one at all. It's not a bad one. I need to double check if this is actually from the raid Arisen Sharon's staff. Okay, I'm gonna double check it, guys, because I don't want to be telling you trash. But I don't really use the items that much, so sometimes I'm not so sure. As you can see, I have used it before. Arisen Sharon's staff. Yeah, that is it. And it looks like it. So I believe that one is it. Okay, yeah, and the raid itself actually doesn't drop a staff. Awesome. So finally we have Radha. And he drops the Radha Great Sword and the Radha Great Shield, both of which I do have, as well as the Soul of Radha. So we're going to take a look at those. So the Soul, oh my god, this one, oh my god guys, oh my god guys, oh my god guys, oh my god, yeah. So this is actually a really good adornment that I totally forgot about. Like, it gives you tanky stats, 2% ward, and guys, if you know what I just said, you know what this does. So I'm gonna let you guys figure it out, and you guys can give yourselves a cookie when you do figure it out. If you didn't figure it out and you want me to tell you, you can ask in the comment section below. We're going to move on to the offhand, and what was that called again? Shield? I don't think I need to look it up. Here we go. This one. So this is the shield from the baby Radha, that is the mob Radha that I just showed, and it has 2 adornment slots while giving a bit of ward. So the ability Tower of Strength, I'm actually not so sure what that does, to be honest, but it also provides stunned immunity. So it's actually a really nice piece, especially if you don't have a great Arisen Shield, because especially for the stunned immunity, I really like it. I really like it. 2 adornment slots too, so you get just a little bit more ward or whatever you need in there. And finally, we have another thing that I do have one of, the Arisen Rider Greatsword. And this one is interesting because it gives you temporary defense and resistance 100%. I really like it, as well as it has Rider Stomp, which I thought the ability from the other one would have had an explanation like this. So rather stomp, it says stomp 1 foot down, taking a defensive position and reducing damage for 1 turn. On the next turn, delivers a powerful strike. So it has a bit of ward, it has a little bit of attack, it is a 2-hander and warrior only, but obviously classes that can use anything can also utilize it. It's an interesting piece for sure. I like it. I definitely do like it. So I would say you guys definitely should be farming this event in the dungeons. As I said, normal dungeons, normal mode. You can't see those things in boss mode. So yeah. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I went over everything. Those are the 3 important ones, and those are what they drop, all having some type of use. Might not be best in slot, but I would farm them regardless, just to get some of the adornments as well, because the adornments are really strong. So if this guide helped you guys at all, you can leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, thank you guys for watching as usual. A special shout out to my patrons, Deluxe. Oh my god, no way am I forgetting everyone now. Orban and Bear, Makana, Daishi, Eren, Burton. I really need a list. I think that is everyone though, but if I missed anyone, you guys can leave it in the comments. You guys know I love you, and obviously big up to my private patrons same way. Yeah, so see ya.